5, 4, 3, 2.
Crank it, Jerry.
Welcome to Into the Wild, the official podcast of the Washington Wild Pigs.
What do you hear? What do you say?
It's the best sports podcast in the world. Wait, is that true?
If you're committed enough, you can make any story. I once convinced a woman that I was Kevin Costner, and it worked because I believed it.
Now, here's your host, Kyle Dawson.
Did you get the popcorn?
Back to wrap this up for you on the Wild Things Baseball Network, our post-game show on opening night 2025. It's a walk-off win for Windy City for the second straight season in their home opener, and still now the Thunderbolts have not lost a home opener since 2017. This win makes it 7 consecutive home opening victories for Windy City. Let's go through the scoring, and then we'll give you some thoughts. And we will get you out of here after a long opening night. In the bottom of the second, Windy City scored the first run of the game. The bases were loaded on walks by Zach Kirby. And then an RBI flare to center field by Jose Kerpa made it 1-0 Windy City after 2 innings of play. In the third inning, with 2 outs, a walk to Tyreek Reed was issued. Then Andrew Check left the yard to right field. A 2-run homer was his first of the year and his 63rd as a professional, which matches the Washington Wild Things career home runs record at 63 set by Hector Roa from 2017 through 2022, with the lone exception of the 2020 season that was not played in the Frontier League as a championship season because of COVID. Mississippi was supposed to get underway tonight at 6:30. I presume that game is probably delayed as Check hits it in the air to right. Back goes Katowski toward the track, toward the wall, leaping, not going to bring it back. Washington takes the lead on the 2-run shot by Andrew Check, which is home run number 63 of his professional and Wild Things career, which matches him for the career home run record with Hector Roa, who played with Washington from 2017 through 2022. Check's first of 2025 and 63rd. Makes it 2-1 Washington. That home run made it 2-1 Washington. The Wild Things would add 2 in the top of the fourth inning on back-to-back, well, not back-to-back, but 2 RBI doubles, one by Ethan Wilder that scored Tommy Caulfield, who had doubled to start the inning. First pitch ball to start the Wild Things half of the Toyota RAV fourth inning. Caulfield's going to have himself extra bases again as he swings and lines it into the right field corner. Caulfield will stop at second again. 2 trips, 2 leadoff doubles for the Wild Things third baseman. Now line drive down the right field corner toward the Wild Things. Bullpen fair ball. Extra bases for Wilder. Caulfield can coast home. Wilder's got himself an RBI double and a 2-for-2 night. And Washington is up 3-1. And then later in the inning, won by Caleb McNeely. The RBI double for the 2024 Frontier League MVP made it a 4-1 Washington lead. Let me get to the bottom half. Here's the 3-1. Lined up the left field line. Fair ball into the corner. A hot shot into the left field corner. Going to be extra bases for McNeely. Wilder comes across as McNeely pulls into second. It's 4-1 Wild Things. And the MVP's got himself an RBI double. The third Washington double of the frame. The bottom of the fourth inning saw the Thunderbolts get a run back. Kyle Harbison lifted a sacrifice fly to right field to score David Mayberry from third base. He had singled, gone to second on a base hit by Winder Diaz, and gone to third on a walk issued to Jose Kerpa. The Wild Things would get a run on the top of the fifth inning on an RBI fielder's choice off the bat of Tommy Caulfield that played at Andrew Check. He had singled on a 107-mile-an-hour line drive through the box to center field and gone to third on an error on the batted ball by Wagner Lagrange. And the Caulfield fielder's choice got an out at second and plated Andrew Check to make it a 5-2 Washington lead. Here's the 1-0. Caulfield, sharp ground ball at second, chance for 2. The turn is good. The return to first is not in time. Caulfield beats out what turns into a fielder's choice. It allows the inning to continue and a run to come across. It's 5-2. Christian Kuzemka hit a 2-run homer in the bottom of the 5th inning against Zach Kirby. Turned out to be the final hit that Kirby would allow tonight in 4 1/3 innings. 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 3 strikeouts, and 5 walks. Matched a career high in that category in a negative way. Through 79 pitches, 39 were strikes, 40 were balls, in a struggle today for Zach Kirby on the bump in terms of command in his first pro opening day nod. After that 2-run homer by Kuzemka, he would get Dakota Katowski to strike out, but that ended his day. Hector Garcia came on in relief and pitched the next inning in 2/3 scoreless, while Washington got a run in the 6th inning on an RBI broken bat single in the infield by Jeff LaCorey that made it a 6-4 Washington score. Great mind at the plate. 1-2, a busted bat roller toward the middle. This should be trouble. Shortstop slides. Diaz can't come up with it. LaCorey's going to have an infield single, and an RBI infield single at that will extend the Washington lead to 6-4. That's the 3rd busted bat for a Wild Thing today. But that'll work just fine. In the top of the 8th inning, the Wild Things got 2 more runs after Ryan Chassie threw a scoreless 7th. The 2 runs in the 8th inning for Washington scored on back-to-back Fielder's Choice RBIs for Jeff LaCorey and Tyreek Reed. Now 0-2. Trevin Reynolds lifts and deals, and a bouncer back toward the middle. This will bring home a run. Flip to second is in time there. Only 1 out going to be gotten. It's an RBI Fielder's Choice for LaCorey, and multi-RBI night makes it 7-4, and across comes Sammy Infante with Washington's 7th run. Hernandez to third. 1-2, home to Reed. Bouncer toward first base, backhanded, thrown to second for 1. Bag held there, going to be a Fielder's Choice again, and another RBI. Reed's first of the year as the throw was a little bit errant to second base, and across comes Jomar Hernandez. The Wild Things lead is now 8-4. That made it 8-4, but then Windy City did the rest of the damage. A 3-run homer by Michael Sandel in the bottom of the 8th inning. Plated a couple of singles for Winder Diaz and Jose Kerpa against Jackson Hicks. Hicks would get the next 2 batters to strike out, which set up the 9th inning. The Wild Things did not score in the 9th inning despite a 2-out single from Ethan Wilder. Joe Elvis Del Rosario came on in the bottom half of the 9th inning, allowed a leadoff single to Dakota Katowski. A pass ball moved him to second, a wild pitch moved him to third, a pop-out by Garrett Broussard, and a David Mayberry walk later, Winder Diaz would be hit by a pitch to load the bases, and after he got Jose Kerpa, Del Rosario with a strikeout, for the second out, he went full on Kyle Harbison after going ahead 0-2, and missed with a 3-2 pitch that walked the tying run in. And that sent us to extra innings after the flyout by Sandel ended the Windy City threat in the 9th inning. Washington did not even move the international tiebreaker runner in the top of the 10th. The runner was moved by Windy City in the bottom half on a ground out to second by Oscar Cerritos, and then a sacrifice fly later by Christian Kuzemka, and Windy City wins by a final of 9-8 tonight here on opening night. Kicks it home. Looper out to left. Lagrange will get to it. He'll make the catch. Runner tags. Here comes the throw. It's going to be late. Sac fly walks it off. Christian Kuzemka delivers the 2nd straight home opener walk-off victory for Windy City. That's the final score. The final pitching totals: Zach Kirby 4 1/3, 6 hits, 4 runs, all earned, 3 strikeouts, 5 walks. Hector Garcia, no decisioning, in 2/3 scoreless, 3 strikeouts, a walk and a hit. Ryan Chassie, a hit in an inning of work. He also had a batter reach via an error, but got a 0. Jackson Hicks, an inning, 3 hits, 3 runs, 2 strikeouts. Joe Elvis Del Rosario, an inning with a hit, a run earned, a strikeout, and 2 walks. And Jacob McCaskey allows the unearned winning run with the tiebreaker role coming in 2/3 of an inning for his 2025 debut. And Check's homer, the 63rd of his career, matches Hector Roa for the Wild Things all-time record. A 3-hit performance for Ethan Wilder, a couple of RBI, and a 2-hit debut for Jeff LaCorey. And Tommy Caulfield had a pair of doubles in the game offensively for Washington. So certainly some bright spots. Again, reminiscent of those last 2 championship games, the bullpen suffers late, and the Wild Things blow a lead that was 8-4 after the top of the 8th inning, 2 Fielder's Choice RBIs, and they lose it tonight 9-8 on opening night, presented by Rocco's Rolls here on the Wild Things Baseball Network at Ozinga Field. We will be back tomorrow for the middle game of this 3-game series, scheduled for a 7:05 Eastern, 6:05 Central Time first pitch. Ivan Oviedo will take the ball for Washington, making his 2025 season and Wild Things debut against right-hander Aaron Evers, who will do the same for the Windy City Thunderbolts. Tomorrow, 7:05, 6:05, we'll be on the air about 15 minutes prior to first pitch with the ball game tomorrow night. Until then, thank you for joining us, whether you were on the Frontier League Network powered by Home Team Network or on our MixLR feed tonight on the Wild Things Baseball Network. We had a good time bringing it to you. Hopefully we get a different result tomorrow, but the Wild Things are 0-1 for the second straight season. That did not end up mattering much a year ago. We'll talk to you tomorrow on the Wild Things Baseball Network. Until then, Kyle Dawson saying so long, and thanks for tuning in. Until tomorrow, I bid you a pleasant adieu.